You ready?
Woo! You guys have no idea how much of an idiot you feel doing that without any music playing. You just... there's hip campers that are up the back, so they would have heard me yelling and screaming. Hopefully they don't come running to see if I'm okay. But let's get into it. Welcome to another Yarns. So for any of you that are new, I'm Dylan. Basically, one of the sort of founders from this. Me and my mate started this podcast called Yarns. So I'm Dylan from Off Track 4x4. And yeah, let's give anybody a recap. There's a fair few new subscribers that have come on board. So this is basically a community-run page for you guys that has very little to do with me. So I get sent all sort of suggestions of what to talk about each week through Instagram, compile a run sheet and go through it. We also try to raise money for charity, to give back, and hopefully once we get this channel monetized like the old one was, then all of the ad revenue actually goes to charity as well. None of it goes to me. This channel's completely non-for-profit. I get nothing from doing it. There's no kickbacks, no money, no nothing. It's just all literally set up for you guys, and I'm just the one that puts it together. So let's get into it. Where are we actually sitting for monetization? Now, yeah, we'll do this and then I'll get into it. Okay, so currently we're sitting on 1,053 subscribers. So last week was a really big week. We picked up, I think it was like 40 something subscribers. So really good to you guys getting behind, subscribing. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It really helps, and it'll help get this video bigger. So once we're actually on monetization, we can keep giving bigger and bigger money back to charity that all comes out of YouTube's pocket. The watch hours is all we have left to complete. So we're almost there. We're on 2.7. We need 4K, so we're almost 1,000 away. I did have a really good suggestion from somebody that's in the comments and that's going to get a shout out on Algorithm Takeover. And she actually said, why don't I just set the camera up on my property, filming for a couple of hours, and chuck that up so you guys can either have it playing in the background, or if you want to watch what goes on my property for a couple of hours, then you can watch that. So that'll be coming. I'll get into why I haven't done it yet in a minute. But yeah, that'll be coming, and basically if all 1,053 of you watch that video, that's it. We'll be monetized just by you watching that video. So once it's up, please get along and watch it. You will get it obviously in your new feed, and I'll mention that it's for charity. Okay, so we may as well, as we talk about charity, talk about last week. So a bit interesting. So I obviously threw up the idea of me personally going and feeding the homeless to cut out the admin fee from charity organisations, as it was something that was brought up by a couple of you guys. So I thought I'd give it a crack, and I tried to roll it out last week. Unfortunately, didn't seem to go down too well with you guys. So comment below why it wasn't a hit. I got two people, John and Warren, who you'll see donated. So they gave $50, which I'll go and buy some food for $50 from Woolworths, and I'll actually make a separate video buying the food, showing the receipt, going out and feeding the homeless, just as an extra sort of real positive thing that you guys are doing. But yeah, please comment below and let me know why that one sort of didn't take off, as I really thought it was a good idea. I sort of sat there and went, maybe because it's so local, it's just Hervey Bay, didn't resonate with a lot of people. I don't know, or maybe a charity feels more trustworthy. So you guys let me know why that didn't take off. As yeah, the Children's Hospital was another one I wanted to look at, where I was actually going to buy Nintendo DS's or PlayStation, those portable gaming stations, buy some of those and actually give it to the Children's Hospital. So again, there's no admin fee. I was told that another thing we can do is actually buy specific gifts, blankets and stuff like that, and give it to charities. So that's another thing, takes out the admin fee, and all of your money is going towards actually getting something to these people. But yeah, if it doesn't resonate and you'd rather me just stick with the charities, let me know. And if there's any charities you want to use, please let me know those as well. Now, I actually haven't talked about this. For those long-time viewers, they'll understand why I'm holding a spatula. So I used to have microphones. Lloyd and I always had a microphone, and then one week when he was in his van away from me, he couldn't find anything to use, so he just used a spatula. Yeah, I actually can't find where the hell my microphone holders have gone. So spatula it is for today. So I hope it looks funny, as I feel like a dick doing it. But let's get into, let's do next week. So next week, No, I'll do the charity. Why I've picked next week's charity after I discuss. So, as I said, I like to keep this more about you guys. Unfortunately, this week I'm going to have to put it a little bit on me, as I'm going to have to take a break for 2 weeks. Some of you may know that we're selling our property. Some of you may know why. Unfortunately, I was in a car accident. I can't tell you how long ago. I've now lost the ability to have a timeline in my head. So to me, it was just in the past. So yeah, I was in a car accident a short time in the past, and as a result, I'm not able to work. And as I said, I keep myself pretty private. So to you guys, you probably think I'm doing pretty well. Unfortunately, we're not. We don't have much money, and it doesn't help that I keep giving money to charity. But it's now pushed that Ash and I have had to sell our property. So we've been negotiating with somebody yesterday, which was incredibly stressful. And looks like we've come to an agreement. We're just going to be signing the contracts today, and then 12 days for him to get finance, and then that's it. It's all done. We've actually had to leave our house due to the head injury. And some other reasons are, as you guys know, I live in Hervey Bay. There's no real specialists up here for head injuries. Versus down on the Sunshine Coast, I went and saw a neurosurgeon, and they offer an intensive program. I think it's like 12 weeks where you go every single day and they just hammer you. It's meant to be brutal, but the improvement you can pick up is quite astronomical. And living at Hervey Bay, yeah, that makes it a bit hard to go to the Sunshine Coast every day. And this episode's going to be sort of a bit short, hopefully, if I can stop yapping, because I'm a bit pissed off. So yeah, I was in a car accident. The other person was texting and driving, hit me at 100 kilometers an hour. All his fault. Police reports all showed that he passed away as a result of his stupidity. Unfortunately, some of you might get a little bit upset that I'm annoyed at him, but my life is now fucked. I used to be a triathlete. We used to own a house. We've now lost all that. So to me, he paid the consequences for being a fucking idiot. And if you pick your phone up and text and drive, you deserve to fucking die as well, because this is the consequence. You could cost somebody the house. And yeah, like, my life's been completely upended as a result of it. And I used to be a triathlete and I can't do that anymore. So we're now having to look at me. So if we keep things bottled up, eventually it's going to come out. But yeah, we're going to look at having to move, probably go back to renting, and our life's going to be completely altered as a result of this. You guys might be sitting there thinking, if you're not at fault, shouldn't some insurance be covering? Yeah, damn fucking straight. CTP should be covering it. Unfortunately, in this country, CTP is fucked. So sorry for all the swearing, but yeah, they're meant to be covering my treatment. I get next to no help from them. They don't cover me to sit at home, even though every doctor is saying I can't work, and if I go to work, I deteriorate and will end up in a nursing home. So I get no support from them whatsoever. There's a court case that's going to settle God knows when, and I'm going to get God knows whatever money, and that money's basically then to get me through to the rest of my life until I end up in a nursing home and then become the government's problem. So it is a ticking time bomb, what I have. We don't know how long I have until I become useless, and that's why I do this channel, because I want to make a difference while I still can. But yeah, it's just something I wanted to touch on. Unfortunately, due to everything that's going on, the sale of the house, the stress of trying to get help, and the fact that today I just found out the insurance company is no longer paying for my occupational therapy. So they've cancelled, they've decided they're not going to approve it. So now all I have is a neurophysio that's helping me with I've actually got a brain injury that affects my eyes and I can't see properly. So you guys can all go cross-eyed. We've now learnt that I can no longer do that, and I have problem tracking stuff, and moving objects makes my brain get fatigued. So anyway, they're paying for one session every 2 weeks to see him, and that's it. So I'm now going to take some time to push back, and I've pushed on my lawyer today saying I'm sick of it and I want help, and I want them to fund for that treatment down at Sunshine Coast. I want them to put me up in accommodation while I do it, because to me that's what this insurance is there for. So unfortunately I'm going to have to take some time to, looks like now, fight insurance companies, and if I have to go to Parliament, if I have to go to 60 Minutes, who knows, you may see me on TV, but CTP in Australia is just a disaster zone. So sorry about yapping on there. Let's carry on with the channel. I just wanted to say that, yeah, unfortunately, for 2 weeks I'm going to be stepping away from this channel. I just need some time to figure out where Ash and I are going to go next, as we literally don't have a plan for when this sells. So whatever the settlement period is, that's our time we've got left to figure out what our future is. So with that all said, the charity for next week is going to be back again, Brain Injuries Australia. So I would really like it if you guys could get behind them, as you're seeing firsthand in me what a brain injury does. It completely upends people's lives and you no longer get to do the things you do. Also, if you want to support somebody else, the hats that I wear, there's a link in the description to her page. She's one of Ash's friends. She was rear-ended, same thing, head injury, and now can't work properly either. She's trying to make hats and make a business to support herself and alleviate the stress. Please get behind her, buy a hat, buy some jewellery. Precious Palomino, which is Precious Palomino, which is basically a breed of horse. So yeah, please get behind her, because yeah, I wear her hats every week and put a thing in the description hoping that she gets some sales from it. So please get behind her. And Brain Injury Australia, scan the QR code, give some money to charity, and let's see what we can raise to them. So it'll be basically 3 weeks that you guys will have to raise money for Brain Injury Australia. So please, regardless of when you watch this video, please give to it. And as I said each week, it doesn't have to be $20 or $30, $2, $1 makes a huge difference. If all 1,000 of you give $1, that's $1,000 going to Brain Injury Australia, who I'll be relying on probably sometime in the next 10 years. So please give to Brain Injury Australia. Okay, let's get back into it. It's some funner, lighter stuff. As I said, I'm really sorry to do that. It's just on my mind. And I feel like I'd be lying if I tried to do this episode without doing it. And it's now Wednesday, 12 o'clock. And I've got to try and get it edited and uploaded by 3 o'clock. So let's whip on to it. So jumping into the comments, we got Jimmy. You'll see his full name below. But Jimmy, as you know, I can't read very well, so please be patient with me. I'd love for you to give Gibbo's Road Tripping Adventures a plug, as they are a small channel and are awesome. And please keep going hard on people doing the wrong thing. It can only help everyone and your channel. Okay, so first off, Gibbo's Road Tripping. Tremendous. Please get across, give these guys a follow. You're going to see a clip it in the algorithm takeover for them, but they've really helped me with this channel behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, they've been a massive support, helping me go, giving me ideas, getting me to change different things. The new thumbnail was their suggestion. I've been told to try to get back into Off Track HQ, but unfortunately it's just too hot, so I have to be under the awning. But yeah, please give Gibbo's Road Tripping a follow. They're a tremendous support to this channel. The other thing is the calling out channel. So really interesting. The community seems to be massively divided on this, whether or not to go hard or be nice and gentle. So all I can say is I think for majority of the stuff, like there's a couple today, it'll be nice and gentle. But for the channels that do the really stupid, dumb shit, like Lil and Jake taking their Caravan through a four-wheel drive track that was unnecessary, or doing dangerous snatch recoveries, Caravan Adventure Oz, then that stuff has to be on a spotlight. So if you're not a fan of that, then whenever you see the spotlight ones, don't watch them. They won't be very often. As I said, it'll only be when something really bad happens that they come up. But I'll also be rejigging how I do that, and I'll try to make it less my opinion and more what the comments are that are getting sent to me. But I think that needs to stay, and if you're not a fan of it, it's nice and simple. Please don't get angry at the channel, as it's a community. And 50% of you want those harder videos. So the 50% that don't, just don't watch the spotlight ones. As soon as you see spotlight, don't watch it. It's not going to be for you. These ones will remain fun, positive, happy, and touching on the sort of stuff, but not being too harsh with it. So thanks, Jimmy, for your comment. Next, we got Patchy Paddy. Well done. I like the new bit at the end where you actually put up short snips of the channels. It's a brilliant idea, and good on you for the work you're doing. Cheers, mate. Could not agree more. So a lot of you probably didn't know I was actually doing this as YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels, but it just was getting no views, getting no traction, no views, no shares. So I decided, let's reduce that, get rid of that workload and bring it into this, and you guys all love it. So that'll continue. That'll be the new format for Algorithm Takeover. I'll just have to make sure I keep the chatting shorter so that I have the time to add it in. Ramsey, Dylan, I think you overestimate your influence with your channel. Bring back Lloyd is all I can say. We've had enough of your opinions, unsubscribing. So this shows you, not only do I not delete the comments, I'll actually bring them up here because I'm not going to hide from them. It's a community channel. You're all open to your say. If you don't agree with what happens, please say it down below. Please don't unsubscribe. As remember, it's a community. This isn't my opinions. I get sent everything and talk about it. I have to get better with the delivery, as when it's something that I agree with what's being sent to me, I definitely get carried away and turn it into me giving my opinion where it needs to be better delivered, just talking about what's given to me. So yeah, thanks for your comment there, Ramsey. I'll work on the delivery, and I hope you didn't unsubscribe, and we'll try and keep it back to what it used to be. Unfortunately, Lloyd's not coming back. I've reached out to him, but I got blocked, so I don't think Lloyd's coming back. Aussie Walk about 4x4, so as you guys know, massive supporter of the channel. Get around him. Thanks for the kind words, much appreciated. I am guilty of doing the wrong thing occasionally due to not knowing, but would not hesitate to own up if I was informed, and also will alter my ways. I would be mortified if I received a shit ton of hate about it though. Be kind always. Okay to use my comment. So yeah, this is very interesting. So as he sort of points out, we all make mistakes. I make mistakes, and I certainly bring them up on here the next week. If I make a mistake, I own it and I confront it. And I think that's all that this community is asking for. That's what I get told by all my messages, that people generally go to the YouTubers first with a comment. They don't like the response they get. That's normally just cheers for the support. So then they come to me. And I think all they're wanting is YouTubers to understand, look, if you get in front of the camera and say, look, we shouldn't have done it. We all edit the videos. So watching the video, you have the option to go, oh, probably shouldn't have done that. I might front foot it and put a video up. And I think that's what people are asking for. The hate, I think it's really interesting. I think a lot of people throw hate around too easily. And as soon as a group of people start voicing their opinion and it's not a positive one, people take that as hate. Where to me, that's just people voicing their opinion. You've done something wrong. It's not people hating on you. It's people giving their opinion. I don't think I've ever seen anybody's comment on this channel be nasty to the YouTubers we're talking about. There hasn't been any insults, personal attacks. It's just been opinions. The only ones that have actually been personalized are the ones on me. So it's actually the other way around. The people that come and attack this channel make it all personal on me and don't make it about the community. So yeah, I think, as he said, be careful with your comments, make sure they're nice, but I don't think anybody's stepped out of line that I've seen, and I respond to every single one of the comments. So I haven't seen any that I feel is bullying or hatred. As I said, just part of the ones that are bullying me. Okay, Kathy. I'm not sure it's good from to single people. Oh, good form to single people out. Perhaps an alternative is to raise the issue and not be specific as you have done. Sure, you won't get as many views, but in my view, it's a much more kinder way of highlighting the behaviour. Stick to the core pillars of the channel. Sorry, I stuffed that one up a fair bit. Yeah, I have to agree, and it also makes me sleep better at night. So as we've sort of touched on that, I will only do nasty ones in the highlights. For this, it'll just stay highlighting, and there's going to be a new way of delivering them, which you'll see today. Glad to see you're getting back to your original format, Dylan. As much as we like you calling it out, it was bringing out keyboard warriors going too far with their comments, almost bullying. Keep doing it, but maybe remind everyone to be kind always. Everyone makes mistakes. So, sort of just touched on that in the comment before, so no point in wasting more airtime. But yeah, thank you for your feedback there. Only leaving footprints. Oh, and I forgot the other lady. I think I said it. Kathy, can't remember. Head injury. Kathy was the other lady. And then Dennis. So this is showing the other side. Please don't go all woke on us. I actually don't know what woke means, but I'm assuming it means don't go gentle or sort of wuss out. calling YouTubers out when they do wrong is what makes them accountable. They don't want to be mentioned on your channel, and they think twice about what they're doing now. As for Lily and Jake, they just don't seem to be able to take any negative comments at all, even constructive. So yeah, that's sort of somebody that there's multiple comments on that side as well. And I think that's a really good topic. By going harder, it does actually create that change, which is why it has to be something really bad for them to be on a spotlight. But that's why it's going to remain, because we do want to make a difference, and the only way to make a difference is be a little bit stronger with it. The softer stuff still will make a difference, but not as much, and that's why it only should be used for really dumb, stupid, bad things. And what I'll do is I'll start reaching out to the YouTubers first before doing the spotlights, and see if they want to sort of do a video, let them know it's been highlighted to come on here, and see if they want to come on first and talk about it, so it's less of an attack on them. Okay, so next segment we're going to get into is Around the Tube. So into some more funner, lighter stuff. So first one I've got to talk about is, I'm just going to put up a screen print of this. So TJ and Mac, I was gobsmacked when I saw, man, old mate, built not bought. Nah, don't have it. Built not bought. His name, Sam Isles. He brought a PlayStation and massive flat screen TV in his canopy away camping to Double Island. Talk about not camping. I know these things behind me, the caravans, really change up camping. But come on, man. If you're taking a canopy, I don't know. You guys let me know. What do you think? So this is a video that I actually highlighted. It wasn't brought to me. Is a PlayStation too much? Yeah, you guys comment below. Should you be taking PlayStations and flat screen TVs when you're proper camping in a rooftop tent and canopy? I just found it really interesting and thought it was something worthwhile talking about. Because, yeah, I was gobsmacked. So the next one, wow, did I get a lot of messages on this. So GoRV, again, I'll just chuck up a screen print. The disabled guy at Dreamwell with his caravan clearly has a lot of money going on the brand of Caravan, parked across like 6 disabled car spots. Not sure if it's illegal, because he did have a disabled permit. Pretty sure that only entitles you to 1 disabled car park, not 6. And then, yeah, allegedly he was actually told by Dreamworld, hey, we can chuck you and your van up a different spot. But if I was Dreamworld, I just would have asked him to leave. Like, bro, you don't bring your caravan to Dreamworld. You're not camping there. Leave your caravan at the caravan park. Take just your car to Dreamworld. Whoops, delivering it wrong already. So, you guys comment below. What do you reckon? Do you agree with me? I'm not very good at not doing my opinion. You guys let me know. Should he have taken up 6 spots? Or because he's disabled, he's well within his right to take up the 6 spots? Maybe it's hard for him to unhitch the van, but I don't know. To me, it seems a bit odd to take up all 6. You would think a disabled person would be considerate of other disabled people, where that just seems utterly bloody selfish. So yeah, please have your say below. Let me know what you think of the dude taking up the 6 disabled car spots. Okay, Arnolds Around Oz. So this is a nice positive one. They really pushed hard to sort of bring some awareness. I'm actually going to play their clip. So let's play their clip for you guys now.
Spoke to the farmer. The information I've been given is before the 20th, it's going to be all shut down. So it is due to people mistreating the land pretty much. This farmer's owned it for over 10 years and he's been awesome enough to let people come and go as they please. But there are tracks that have been worn on his property and all the damage has taken place here. Just from the influx of people, really. I don't think people have done that much, except the fences have been cut and there's just tracks everywhere is probably the biggest thing. So he said that's it, full shutdown before the 20th, before Australia Day. It's all over here for Point Brown.
So as you saw there, Wiki Camps was sending people to a guy's property, private property, and saying it was a free camp. And the guy just let it happen for the last 10, 15, 20 years, however long it's been going on, he's been happy with it. But as we've talked about on this channel, the last couple of years, it's just been getting trashed. People have not been sticking to the tracks and they've been making new tracks, ruin the vegetation. So he's now closing it. He's had enough, shutting it down, doesn't know if he's going to reopen it again. And that shows how much of these places closing. That's not national parks. That's a private guy that was being nice. He's also had the shits with the same thing that the national parks have the shits with. So to me, I think all of these closures are on us. It's all our fault. It's us doing the wrong thing. It's that place being spot burned by wiki camps, by other people on YouTube. If I was actually Arnolds Around Oz, I probably wouldn't have promoted where it was. And I would have said, we're not going to promote it, and say, because of how much it's been promoted, it's now being shut down. Use it as real awareness. But yeah, good on them for doing the right thing and sharing with us and going up and talking to the owner to get the full story and highlight the issue. So Arnolds Around Oz, thanks guys for doing the right thing. And yeah, really appreciate that. You guys comment below. What do you think about it? Should it be closing? Should the guy keep it open? Is the small minority of people ruining it for the majority? Yeah, have your say. Because, yeah, I was, again, sent that by a fair few people, and I was gobsmacked when I saw it. Okay, the last one's really interesting. So this was sent to me last night by 3 people. So Living Off the Van, who's a channel that we've featured on here a couple of times for not doing good things, but unfortunately their American truck breaking down and then his dad being sick. So a couple of you weren't happy that they took their 23'6" van and massive US truck onto Fraser. So I was asked to bring it up. So you guys have your say. Do you think GoRV, Fraser Island, is the place to take big massive caravans, or is it more so somewhere only campers, camper trailers, tents, rooftop tents, small little 10 to 15 foot single axle vans should go? Or is it somewhere that if you can get your van there, you can take it? So I'll give my feedback on it. So this is more the way I want to deliver it. I want to give it out and then give my feedback. So I don't think necessarily there's anything wrong with them taking their car and van on there. I do think the place that they decided to camp, Cathedrals, which involves going up onto the dunes, going down some tracks, which are tight, quite tight. Shit. This is what happens. Here you go. First hand, seeing it not working properly. So the tracks being quite tight, the caravan didn't fit very well. So to me, they shouldn't have camped there. I think if you take your van, no problem. That first stretch of beach before Indian Head, if you camp anywhere on just behind the dunes there, try and get a nice flat area that doesn't make it too hard to get your van in, that's okay. But I think the moment you're having to go down tracks with it, and next week I pray to God that they don't try and take it to the west coast, because that's wrong. And I pray that they don't try and take it up past Indian Head, because yeah, I reckon that's wrong. That's where you're going to tear up tracks. That's where the rangers are going to get upset. If you're just dragging it up the beach, I don't think you're going to cause any damage. But yeah, have your comment below, have your say below. These 3 people weren't impressed with it. They thought that it's going to upset the rangers and could lead to some more sort of stricter protocols on GoRV. Okay, hot off the press. So I was literally editing up this segment that you've just watched, and I got a reply from Living Off the Van. So I did message them last night asking if they would like to give some feedback into them driving their current caravan on Fraser. And they're the first channel to, so I do normally get responses, but it's more sort of one of these ones. But yeah, the first channel to say, yeah, we're happy to have a chat about it. They did say they may also put a video together for me to put up and talk about it. So if that happens, then I'll do another video updating you guys so they can actually have their say. So just want to say big shout out to Living Off the Van. This is something you guys wanted. You wanted channels to come back on and talk about when you guys want to discuss things and give their feedbacks on it. So I'll just read the messages that I got, and then yeah, as I said, when I get their video, unfortunately shit, I forgot, old mate's away, so I'm just talking to Henry's away, so when he gets back they're going to put a video together. But this is the reply I got. We don't mind at all talking about it. Camping location was purely because we wanted to be in a dingo fenced campground, as our toddler loves playing outside and opening the doors and going in and out. We sure could have camped along the beach, no problem, but we didn't want to risk our toddler having contact with a dingo. We used the trip on Fraser as a downtime for our family to reflect on the loss of Henry's dad. As I said, sorry about their loss, everyone. You know, please comment below, so don't be too nasty, because yeah, they are going through a bad time. And overcoming some grief. We did it solo, and we have no regrets. We were offered to travel with others, but really wanted to just do it by ourselves. We had recovery plans and everything necessary that was the key to being prepared and keeping us safe. Then they said sorry, they only saw it now, didn't see it last night. Then I said, you know, thank you for coming back, and this is the bit I really like. And I said, no worries at all, everyone has their right to their opinion. We own everything we say and do, so you won't get any complaints from us. We get a few comments saying our van's too big or too heavy with no water, which we have left empty deliberately. We only sit at 3.5 tonne, so our car is more than capable. It's a great topic to discuss. Thank you very much and appreciate it. So that response there to me is phenomenal. They're sitting there saying, you know, okay, you guys have your say, and they're willing to hear your feedback and take it on board, whether or not they should have done that or shouldn't have done it. And to me, that's phenomenal. First channel to actually not get upset and not go defensive and see this channel for what it is. People discussing and giving channels the ability to learn and see if what they're doing is right or wrong. So yeah, you guys comment below. What do you think of that? Are you happy to get a reply from a channel? Do you hope every channel does that? Can't wait to see the video from them as well and have a bit more of a chat about it. And yeah, you guys have your say. Let them know. Do you think they should have left the van? 3.5 tonne, they were smart enough not to carry water. Some of you may comment and say there's a dingo fenced area on the beachfront. Man, they're not getting in there with that van. That is a very difficult place to get into. So where they stayed probably was the most accessible with a dingo fence. So yeah, to me, I give all credit to them and think that obviously they were thinking of their toddler. As I said, me personally, I think because of how big their van was and they wanted to be in a dingo area, maybe should have left it behind. But that's up to you guys to have your say and let them know. Should they have left it behind, or was it all good to take it? Thanks, Living Off the Van, for getting back to me and giving me your thoughts. Okay, last segment, into the new algorithm takeover. So nice and simple, I'm just literally going to play the clips for you. Any suggestions you have, please comment them below so that I can use them for next week. And I've also been told that I should bring up to you guys, I do actually tag all the channels in the description. So if you want to go check any of them out, you just click on their name in the description of this video and it'll take you to their page. So yeah, hope you enjoy the algorithm takeover. See you after it.
To a new day, a new state. We are in northern New South Wales. We've left Murwillumbah and today's the first day, and we just stopped in the coast. I just read about a campsite that's on the headland at Yamba in the national park. It's $25 a night. I booked for 2 nights. So here we are at Borkum campground. I can't quite remember the name of the national park, but I will find out. It's a campground that is along the coastal trek. So if you wanted to do it bit by bit, then this is a campsite for you.
I'm Shannon. I'm a writer and a film creator from Sydney, Australia. Recently, I was invited to trek across the Kosciuszko National Park, the largest national park in New South Wales. would be north of the Kosciuszko Ranges. It would take several days and would be on horses. Now, the organiser of the group asked me if I'd be interested in coming along and perhaps capture their story as to why I would be on horses in this wonderful wilderness for several days. I gave it some serious consideration, but I knew if I was to make this film for these people with the sincerity and the respect it deserved, then I knew I'd have to immerse myself completely into their lives for the whole several days.
Hi, we're Marg and Steve from Gibbo's Road Trip Adventures, and we are obsessed with road tripping in our 14.6 foot off-road pop-top caravan. We love nothing better than getting off-grid, and not all goes to plan, but that's all part of the adventure. We are very passionate about our camp cooking, and we are happy to share our experiences on YouTube, so come with us.
All I ask you, let me be there, let me be there.
So some brilliant channels in there. I hope you really get behind them and support them. Give them a follow, give them a like, give them a comment, give them all that stuff. And yeah, that'll wrap up this week's episode. If you're interested in taking over the channel for the next couple of weeks, please send me a message. Oh, devices going to overheat. Please send me a message on Instagram, and I'm happy for somebody else to host it for the next couple of weeks. Please like, comment, subscribe, give money to charity, take the discount codes, follow those channels, whatever it is, like, comment, subscribe. See you next week. Bye.